Hey everyone, before we dive into this story, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more gripping tales like this one. Title: I shared a night with him and felt no remorse. My wife smirked, abandoning our anniversary dinner to leave with him. I chuckled softly. Perfect. Tomorrow's surprise will erase her smugness. A plan I've crafted for months. Start. I didn't blink when she confessed. Her wine glass, smudged with crimson lipstick, sat abandoned as she leaned back, her smirk sharp enough to cut. Yes, she declared, loud enough for the restaurant staff to overhear. I was with him, and I regret nothing. Then she stood, her heels clicking against the polished floor, striding toward him, my former best friend. She left with him openly, no trace of guilt. I didn't pursue. Instead, I laughed quietly. Perfect, I murmured. Tomorrow's delivery will shatter their confidence. A moment I've been orchestrating for ages. Once, she and I were a blaze of passion. Young love that sparked into sacred promises. Her laughter was my compass, guiding me through life's tempests. And him? He was more than a friend, a brother, my trusted ally, standing by my side as I vowed forever. Betrayal stings most when it wears the faces you cherish. The clues were subtle, but there. Her hugs grew rigid. Her late nights came with flimsy excuses. His absence from our card games was brushed off with claims of work piling up. I wanted to trust them, but trust is a fool's comfort. The truth unveiled itself one unremarkable Tuesday. Her phone buzzed on the counter while she showered. I'd never pried before, but that night I glanced. A single message glowed on the lock screen. Last night was unforgettable. Same place tomorrow. From him. My breath vanished, replaced by a chilling resolve. I didn't confront them. Rage screams, vengeance waits. I left the message untouched, memorized it, and when she emerged, humming, wrapped in steam, I kissed her forehead and smiled like a man still in the dark. For months, I gathered evidence in secret. Emails, receipts, photos, every hidden moment they thought was theirs, I collected like relics of their foolishness. Silently, I secured my future, transferring assets, redirecting joint accounts to places she couldn't reach, consulting lawyers who owed me debts of gratitude. My will, investments, and business were quietly placed under my sole command. At home, I played the devoted husband, cooking dinners, marking anniversaries, sharing laughter. I let her feel safe, because the strike lands hardest when the target is at ease. But I didn't stop at protecting myself. I wanted their collapse to be total. So, I fed him opportunities too tempting to pass up. Business connections, meetings with influential players, all arranged by me. He thought he was being celebrated for his talent. In truth, I was grooming him for ruin. Tonight, our anniversary, was their grand performance. Her confession, their brazen pride, unfolded in public as I'd anticipated. And tomorrow, the trap would spring. At dawn, process servers would arrive at the house she assumed was hers, delivering divorce papers armed with undeniable proof. She'd find her accounts locked, her car reclaimed, her jewelry, bought in my name, sealed away. Her lover wouldn't escape either. The deals I dangled before him were traps, contracts laced with liabilities tied solely to his name. By midday, regulators would be at his door. By nightfall, his reputation would be dust. They thought they were chasing passion. I was unraveling their lives. The real crescendo came the next evening. I invited them both to my office, a sleek space with glass walls and city lights sprawling below like a theater for retribution. She sat, arms crossed, defiant. He tried to seem composed, but his eyes flickered with dread. I know everything, I said calmly, sliding a folder across the desk. Photos, texts, documents. Her face paled, his jaw tightened. I don't care, she spat, her voice shaking. I don't need you. I'll leave with him. I smiled. Perfect. Turning to him, I said, tell her what tomorrow holds. He squirmed, sweat beading because he knew. Weeks earlier, I'd subtly warned him. He'd signed those contracts blindly, chasing profit. He hadn't seen the clauses binding him to unpayable debts. Her eyes widened as the truth dawned. What's he talking about? She demanded. Silence hung heavy. Then he spoke, voice breaking. I think I'm done for. She glanced between us, her confidence crumbling. You pulled me into this. I stood, straightening my sleeves. No, you chose this path together. By week's end, she was pleading, not for love, but for survival. Stripped of her status, homeless, tied to a partner whose downfall dragged her under. I offered her nothing. No anger, no mercy, only silence. The world consumed them with the same ruthlessness they'd shown me. Now, I sit alone at the table where she once mocked me, a glass of wine untouched. Do I regret it? Not for a second. Love once clouded my sight, betrayal honed it. They thought they'd taken something vital from me, but they only stripped away the veil that shielded them. I let them think they were predators. All along, they were the prey. And when I laugh now, it's not at her betrayal, it's at the flawless execution of their ruin. Justice doesn't always come in courtrooms. Sometimes it arrives quietly, behind calculated smiles, until the trap snaps shut. I gave them that moment, and I relished every second of it.